Good morning. Good morning. Let me just make sure we're in the right place here. Um, Here we go. So happy Mother's Day. So I was going to try to make it live for all of us, but I also know that many of us want to spend time with our mothers if they're still in the body, or just it's a special day for all of us. And so I thought I would have this here for all of you moms out there, to celebrate you and to really help you get in the right vibration for this special day. And so I'm going to offer you some tulips. These are special tulips. Um, when Ria was born, Ria, my first daughter, whose soul left the body actually on Mother's Day, May 11th, 2008. All the tulips were in bloom. And so whenever I see tulips and whenever I have tulips around, they always represent her. So I'm offering this as a celebration to her, to you, and to all of us. Right here, there we go. So for those of you joining for the very first time, I'm Dr. Disha Philip, cardiologist who helps heal all matters of the heart and the founder of the Path to Meditation Mastery for female physicians. I'm a holistic and spiritual life coach, and I love, love, love accompanying people on their spiritual awakening and their spiritual journey, and with a personalized meditation practice. So that being said, let's go ahead and get our messages for today. Now, we're going to do two cards because I have a special cards deck that I want to check out. But first, we're going to get our Power of Love card. Okay? So let's see what our message is. I'm going to do a little shuffle. So I want you to close your eyes, ask yourself any question. I always ask, what is it that we all need to hear and know right now? Can you see it? Harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So let's see what it says. When you sit in stillness, satisfied that your soul is on the right path and that everything is right in your world, even for a moment, it is a true gift, one you have created for yourself. Feeling balanced and harmonious on this earth plane, is very difficult. And when it happens, your spirit soars. Yet it takes work on your part. But that's what you signed up for when you agreed to incarnate here. Creating order in this tumultuous physical dimension is like walking a tightrope. Your constant awareness is on keeping your balance while dealing with the obstacles in your path. The good news is that the more you practice, the easier it becomes. If something within your being is out of balance, it will come to the surface of your awareness to give you the opportunity to be explored further and understood more deeply. Realize that some things that might upset your equilibrium originate from outside you and are beyond your control. But you do have control over the inner self. Always remember to approach life with an attitude of love, compassion, and empathy. When you are at peace with yourself, it is easier to be at peace with everything else. Isn't that the truth? Right? You are at peace. When you're at peace with yourself, everything outside of you can be more peaceful. But if we're always looking for peace outside of ourselves, we're not going to find it. And so this process of meditation helps us turn inward so we can become aware of the peace that actually does exist within all of us and each one of us. Okay, so that's the first gift for Mother's Day. Now the second gift, all right, drum roll please. I have another deck that I really think is perfect for today. And this deck is by Megan Watterson, and it's called the Divine Feminine Oracle. So I thought it being Mother's Day, we all need to tap into our divine feminine energy. And so we are going to get a message from that loving, wise, adult, divine feminine. So let's see who we're going to get and what she has to say or what lessons we can learn from her. All right. So let's see. Ooh. I picked, or the message is from Queen Esther, the morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Let me show you this picture. Look how beautiful she is. Isn't that amazing? I know it's a little different looking, but I think it's pretty cool. So let's see what Queen Esther, who she is, and what we need to hear from her. These are pretty cool, actually. Let's see. Queen Esther 146. Okay. Okay, here we go. Who she is. So who is Queen Esther? I shawl here because I'm cold. All right. Esther represents the powerful combination of feminine intuition and divine timing. Esther was a Hebrew orphan born with the name Hadassah. Raised by her cousin Mordecai, she lived with the Jewish community in exile in Persia during the 5th century BCE. Mordecai became aware of a plot against the Jewish people created by the king's chief minister, Haman. Using her brilliance and her intuition, Esther came up with a plan to save her cousin and her people. Her beauty had caught the attention of the king. So when his current wife, Vashti, refused to come to him when called, Esther seized the moment and the king chose her to be his wife. Then Esther didn't wait for the king to call her. She prepared a large banquet and then called for him. Once he was fully in love with her, she revealed that she was a Jew and that Haman had plotted to kill her people. The book of Esther in the Tanakh, it's Tanakh, so forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, Tanakh, or the Hebrew scriptures, is known as the scroll or the Megillah. And it is read twice out loud, once in the morning and in the evening during the festival of Purim, to celebrate the memory of Esther's brave actions. Her name is derived from the word meaning bright star or morning and evening star. This is the name she grew into when she courageously trusted her intuition and used its divine timing to save herself and her people. When your soul selects her card, so collectively we've chosen this card, the ego has a timetable that the soul couldn't care less about. When we are feeling stressed or threatened in some way, fear can be exceptionally loud and can inform the ego to work overtime in trying to get something accomplished or to manipulate something to happen. The natural flow of energy that's always at work behind the scenes, the universe's capacity to assist us, then gets blocked. When we are in service of love, we are following the dictates of our soul. And when the ego is in service of the soul, divine timing ensues. Esther mastered this art. Even under extreme duress, she listened wisely to her soul. She became a queen by letting her love for her people inform her feminine intuitive powers. This is her imperative. Trust that everything is aligning in divine timing. Trust your soul voice. There's a soul voice meditation. What do I intuitively know will happen in divine timing for me? And the intention, my ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. So, again, the meditation with an intention that we're going to set for today, we'll use it. What do I intuitively know will happen in divine timing for me? So, I think that this is a perfect gift for Mother's Day, to sit in peace, to sit in certainty, to know that things are happening in divine timing for the greatest good of all. And it's led by love. So let's go ahead and tune in, get comfortable wherever you are sitting. Make sure you have back support. Close your eyes if you feel called to do so. And visualize your heart in the center of your chest, with two nostrils, one in the right ventricle and one on the left. And let's go ahead and take a deep breath into your heart. Breathe out of your heart. Breathe into your heart. Breathe out of your heart. Now take a 4-count deep breath into your heart. 2, 3, 4. Now hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now breathe normally. And we'll begin today's meditation with the most important primary soul question. Question 1. Who am I? Who am I? I am a point of light, sparkling, radiant, bright, sitting in the center of the forehead. Who am I? I'm not the ego. I am the soul. I am a soul that comes into this body and I get to play lots of different roles. Today we celebrate the role of mother. And as a mother, I remind myself that the soul's highest qualities can be expressed in this role. I, the soul, am nurturing, am kind, am patient, I, the soul, am compassionate, and unconditionally loving. When I, the soul, play the role of a mother, I get to express this in the flesh. What a gift. Who am I? Just as our bodies have parents, a mother and a father, I, the soul, also have a spiritual parent. And I can have the sweetest relationship of mother and child with that spiritual parent who is a very loving, wise being. So on this Mother's Day, I want you to visualize yourself as that point of light, floating off the forehead, popping out your window, and floating up, up, up into the sky. And you look down and you see your home, and you keep floating higher and higher. You see your neighborhood, your city, your state. You keep floating higher and higher. You see your country, and then you see Mother Earth. You give a little bow of gratitude to this beautiful Mother Earth. All its blues and greens and whites swirling around. We're so lucky. We continue to keep floating up past the sun. Again, unconditionally giving past the moon, past the stars, and we go up, up, up. And we find ourselves in this beautiful orange, red, pink, warm light. Like the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen. And you look all around and you see all these other little tiny bright lights all around you, your soul siblings, bodiless. And then you start feeling a pull like a magnet toward one of them. And while there's no sound, you feel the pull and you can almost like telepathy hear in your mind's eye this incredible, warm, loving hug. It's a maternal hug. And you're pulled even closer to this light, and you recognize that this is your spiritual mother. And you feel so safe. And she says to you, welcome home, my sweet, sweet love. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. You are my shining bright star, the brightest of lights. I am loving you every single day of every moment through every lifetime. While you may have forgotten me, I've never forgotten you. A mother's love can never be separated from her child. And you hug even tighter. So grateful. And in celebration of each other. Whenever you're here, you just feel so nurtured and taken care of. Rest in the arms of your divine mother. Who reminds you of your powers, of intuition, of clarity, of divinity. And she asks, what do you want, my sweet love? What is your deepest desire? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. And then you ask, what is my purpose? How can I serve myself and others? Wrapped in love's embrace, allow yourself to receive anything in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Fourth question. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. And now you give an even tighter hug as it's time to go back to Mother Earth. And you gently release, and your spiritual mother, divine mother, reminds you, I'm always here, just a thought away, to remind you how loved you are. You almost all do a group family hug. with all the sparkling stars, siblings everywhere. And then you slowly start floating back down, past the stars, past the sun, past the moon. And you see Mother Earth in her glory. Just breathtaking. And you continue to come down. You see your country, your state, your city, your neighborhood, your home. You look in the window and you see yourself sitting there. You pop through the window, put yourself right smack center of the forehead, back into the body. And you remind yourself of the 4 intentions. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And lightness of being. Lightness of being. Continue to rest. And when you're ready, you can slowly start wiggling your fingers and toes. Give yourself a big stretch. If you feel called to do so, you can bring your palms together to your heart center and give yourself a little bow of gratitude. Also setting the intention that my ego is in service of my soul. And I trust my soul's divine timing. I'll say namaste. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. Celebrating each and every one of you on this Mother's Day. Grateful for each and every one of you. Grateful for our divine parent, our divine mother, supreme mother and light. Have a beautiful Sunday, and you can let me know what your takeaways are for the day. You can email me, post them in the group, post them on YouTube, wherever. All right, sending you all love. Happy Mother's Day.